You are listening to the Changing Lanes podcast, your inside track to the world of racing and the lifestyle that we live to the fullest. Huge shout out to our sponsors, STR Boatworks, Southwest Florida's ultimate Mercury racing dealer, and STR Exact Brackets, the name you trust in adjustable high-performance brackets.
Welcome to Changing Lanes. It's been a hot minute, huh, Nick?
Been a little
bit. Been real busy.
Yeah.
Building a new boat out of nothing. Or building a new bottom from nothing. Been a heck of a project, but we'll talk about that later. We just raced Cocoa Beach. So it was a good week. Definitely a good week for you.
Yeah, it was.
It was actually a crappy week for me, but it was at least I got there and nothing fell off. That was my goal. Nothing fell off the boat. But you guys won a race. Congratulations.
Yeah, our first race. First win in factory stock, so we are pumped up. I mean,
That's cool.
It
It's
can't
amazing
get
you were able to do
any
that and you didn't screw it up. You tried to, though. You tried to leave the door open. What happened to you?
I was playing with him.
Lap 3? Is that what happened?
no, I'm gonna be honest though. Like I watched the live stream after we raced, and I was like, that is totally not how it went down. The combination of announcer not really addressing the right things and camera angle. Long story short, we.
Well, keep talking.
All right,
Yeah, keep talking. Don't pay attention to me.
I got you. So long story short, we just did risk management. We knew we had the right setup from green flag. We had the wheels on them. We had the most amount of experience on the course. We qualified. The other competitor that was rolling with us into the first turn did not have any qualifying time, nor did they have any practice time. So we knew we kind of had the setup. We had
But listen
position.
to me. I was watching. Okay, so first of all, I'll let you all behind the curtain. I knew what I told you guys. I'm not going to watch, right? I said I'm not going out there. I said for what? I already know y'all are going to win. You're going to do what you're supposed to do. As long as the boat runs, you're going to win. You're on pole. You have a good boat. I know you guys were prepared. So I'm going to sit over here. I'm going to help you get in the water. And I sat in the truck. And I was laying in the truck on, in the AC. It was nice and cool. It was nice.
Yeah.
F450. It's way too smart, though, because it's brand new. It keeps shutting down. I have to start it up because you're sitting there too long. But anyways, I'm sitting there. And about lap 3 or 4 is when they start getting close because you're struggling going from the yellow to the orange. And then that would be the south side of the course, the bigger corner. And I get a text from a certain manufacturer that the boat you were running, the higher ups.
Yeah.
And I was tell them to go tighter. And I responded with, have faith. They're running a good line. As long as it don't break, they got this. And then I immediately text Ray, not about going tighter. Said, tell them to tighten it up going from the yellow to the orange and settle it down that corner and you'll be fine. He didn't even see it. He didn't say nothing to y'all.
So but
that's what it looked like from the shore, from the live stream, which is great, by the way.
Which, like I said, it felt very different from our perspective. We put a little bit of weight up front, so I knew that I was confident with loosening up down the straights. I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. It never went any further than it did. Flightiness, at least. So our game plan was pretty simple. Run it loose down the straights, woe it up in the corners, and not throw it away. Give him as much confidence as possible, and we can just kind of hit the brakes. And if we need to go harder, we can. It was risk management. And
Brit wants to join.
Okay, no, that's fine. Just tell him 1 second. We'll get him on.
so risk management was our big thing. If we made it this many laps, why would we throw it away? Why are we going to hit a pin? Why are we going to spin it? Why are we going to crash it? We're not going to do that. Let's just risk management. Let's just get up.
It's not risk management. You're just managing the race.
Yeah.
But I will tell you.
And we had control of the race being
tell
in
you,
front.
it got
It's one thing to catch it.
I agree with you.
So,
but here's my thing, though, and I'll just tell you, this is my opinion. When you have a good setup like that, you should make a little bit of space in case you have a small problem. You have a little bit more leeway as far as you just have a little bit more room for error.
Our crew chief did an awesome job staying on top of us. Hey, they're within 2 seconds. You got to make some time up.
Yeah.
Brought it up to 6 seconds and just felt comfortable with that. And then we bring it to the corner, woe it up a little bit, hit the brakes, get through it safely, and let her eat them.
We all know what happened a couple months ago now. What was that like? Did you know you were going to do it in your heart? Like when I went to Dubai, when I won right after your dad passed, I just knew I was going to win. I don't know why. I just knew it. I wanted to carry something with me, but I didn't want to jinx it, so I didn't tell Ian. So all I could do was throw up the number 5. But did you have that same feeling?
I really did. I think the whole team really, really knew something special. Not even just people on our team, but also people outside of our team.
100%.
Michelle Carcente, competitor. We had a moment before the race, in between qualifying and race, and we were just talking about how this is my first race without my dad, Ian's first race without one of his mentors, and I said, I'm big on looking for signs, and Michelle put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Your dad will be waiting for you at the checkered flag." And I think it was pretty apparent that the world works the universe world works in weird ways, and it was a wonderful feeling coming around the last corner, going towards the checkered flag, not being able to see a damn thing, just tears out of my eyes. We could have blew that thing over. I would have never even known. Just tears coming out of my eyes. We go through the checkered flag, and Ian, was it just me, or was that the smoothest lap of the whole race?
It really was, especially at back straight.
It
Or
was
front
like
straight.
it was like autopilot. The boat was just bringing us home, and after the checkered flag flew, we didn't say a thing to each other. It was just pure happiness, tears, smiles, laughs, grabbing each other on the shoulder, smiling at each other, and then the checkered flag was offered to us, and we just knew how it was going to go down. I got on the bow. I looked up at the sky. Helicopter flew over me. And it was the three of us on the boat. It was me, Ian, and my dad.
That's awesome. Well, and there's not many firsts, right? So, a first win like it's special already. Of course. And then you have on top of that, obviously, what happened with your dad. So
yeah,
you'll have that memory forever. That's the part of racing that people like. When we talked about Brit about the ledger, this doesn't make sense if you put it on a ledger. But those are the type of feelings that you can't get in normal life. They don't exist.
correct.
Right? You've accomplished something you've been working towards after a massive loss in your life. And so you'll have that feeling for the rest of your life. You'll be able to remember that last lap for the rest of your life.
Correct.
So for me, selfishly, see you guys come back into the harbor and be there for you and just
Throw us in
Bobby
the
and
water.
I threw you all in the water. But I
That was
hugged
good.
y'all first and I
You
cried
did.
with you for a
Yeah, he
minute.
came with
Yeah.
no
Came with
shoes
a-
onto the deck of the boat.
I started undressing and taking all my stuff out of my pocket. And Ian's
knew it
like,
was
uh-oh. Ian knows, uh-oh. Ray didn't see it coming. And I have a trick. You just get the fattest guy. You push him, and then he drags everybody else in the water. So that's what I did. And I stood on the table and laughed.
All
You guys
happy and
enjoyed
dry.
it. And happy and dry. So
yeah,
I
there
could
was
get
a
in the
dead
airplane
fish
dry.
floating around after we were
Yeah.
done swimming.
Yep. So I get in the airplane dry. But but really just that sense of accomplishment, which I knew you guys do, but I knew it before we got there. I just knew it.
Yeah, and I talked about it like it was going to happen. I manifested that thing as well. As
You just keep speaking.
you just keep speaking into existence, and that's something that you taught me as well. Yeah, that's a race that we won't ever forget. We're fortunate for having the most important part of the sport to me is the people side.
Absolutely.
It's getting to do something that you love to do with people you love to be with.
But it's a lifelong thing, and this is not a political statement. But like Chris Fairchild, who's now the president of APB, and not political thing. Man, that guy built my motors when I was 15 years old and 16 years old. So when I see him, it's like we've never missed a day together, and we've been friends for 30 years.
Exactly.
And that doesn't exist outside this.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you one of the times I was most proud of you this past weekend, both of you guys actually. It was after testing, and we were on the ramp. And we always, for people that don't know, so we debrief. We always share between, even when we're racing against each other. We don't share, like when we were racing against each other in factory stock the last couple of years, we don't share specific propeller size and stuff until after we're already
Share
out there.
direction.
But we still share, hey, this is what it is, balance.
Yep.
And then I get the obligatory text from Ian when we're milling, getting ready to start. So what size? It's too late now. And I tell him what props I was running, and he tells me what props he's running, and then we go down to the start. So anyways, you walk over because I'm looking at data on my boat. We're on the ramp, and you walk over and you're talking about how the boat ran, and I said, man, that thing looked hooked up. Do not change it. And you're like, I think you said
I was planning on changing it.
you were planning on changing it. You wanted to pull weight out, I believe.
Yeah.
You want to pull weight out. And I said, do not pull that weight out. Leave it like it is because you're going to run it harder, and it's just going to be better. Trust me, leave the weight. But the rest of your mentality was perfect. You're like, propeller was good. This was good. That was good. And you didn't want to reinvent the wheel. You're just like, no, we're good.
We're good.
The only thing I told you there, which is the same thing I'll continue to tell you, you're young, you'll learn this part, is you're worried about this guy and that guy. Don't worry about them. Worry about you.
Yeah.
You had a winning boat.
Yeah.
Period. You had a winning boat. You had a winning mentality. Don't worry about them. Do your thing. You had a winning boat. No one was going to beat you that weekend. I'm telling you. No one. I don't care who showed up. You weren't getting beat.
One of my anxiety things is when I start to see stars to align, I get nervous.
Yeah, you're like, why is this going so well?
Oh fuck. am I going to lose this in a way that I'm going to be more heartbroken?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but you can't. You got to just keep speaking. Look, we have a good boat. We came and tested. Everything's together. We tried to run through everything. It went flawlessly the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Well,
Qualifying was so much fun.
Except for when you touched the motors.
Yeah. I'll never touch those things ever again.
I've yelled at you so many times because I know what happened. You were tightening up that strainer, and then you got a text and squirrel, and then didn't check it.
So really,
Don't even
Hold
try
on, this is coming from the guy that has all the tape
Hang on.
measures in the
Hang on,
shop
hang
in his
on.
office.
actually,
I do.
one of my
You're right.
father's best friends walked up while I was in the middle of that. So by no means was it not my fault. It was 100% my fault, and I take full blame for that. And what I do,
I didn't even know this happened. I was sleeping in the truck already. Merv comes back all sweaty, or Alan, I don't know which one. And he's like, "Oh my god, the motor was broke." I was like, "Really?"
All right, so-
I had no idea. I pushed him away and walked to the truck.
listen to this. This is really cool. So we get the boat in the water. I was the last one to work on the motors. We get the boat in the water. We start idling out. One motor's overheating. I'm like, oh boy, this isn't off to a good start. Turn it around, call the boys, get some tools, meet us at the dock. We got to pull a cowling. We have something leaking. So we get to the dock, and I'm thinking. I go, last thing I touched, sea strainer. I didn't tighten it. So now the Mod V boys were just getting back into the crane, and they were getting ready to pull their boats out. And a friend from back home, Long Island, who knew my dad really, really well, Tommy, I said, I need some tools. What do you have? I got nothing. I said, well, I need an 8mm and a T30. He goes running up to his box. He said there was a kit. It was like a 350-piece kit, and there was probably 200 pieces missing. There was an 8mm and a T30.
Well, yeah, but you're gonna say that was Joey, and I'm gonna say no. That's a fucking big block V bottom that doesn't
That
ever use
doesn't
a
need it,
T30
that's
or
throwing
an
it down
8.
the intake.
It never used a T30 or an 8 in its life. It
So-
uses a 9/16 and a 3/4. You know what I'm saying?
There's sometimes a 5/8.
Correct. And sometimes
So-
a 5/8
So
and a hammer. You gotta have a hammer.
Well, that's for the starter.
we got what we needed, and what I want to say.
Did you get out and fix it?
So I got out and I helped Murph fix it. And
I was watching the Formula One car race in the truck. I didn't know. Sorry, go ahead.
no, what I really
Let's
needed.
go!
Give me the other one.
Another one.
Nope.
Told you!
Told you.
No, what I really need to say thank you for is Calvin. He kept his demeanor cool, and more recently than ever, I get really frustrated at myself when I fuck something up. Whether I admit it or not, or show it or not, I get really frustrated.
Yeah, but we got to
at
talk
myself.
about that for a second because myself, Ian, Bobby specifically, because we interact with you all the time. We realized for the month and a half leading up to Cocoa Beach, we felt like you were really going through it. Like really going through it. You wouldn't
Yeah, I
talk to
was.
us about it,
I was.
but you were going through it. And all of us asked you at different times, hey, you okay? And you're just, yeah. But you were not your normal self leading up to it at all.
No, I would get really frustrated at myself. Just stupid little things would really bother me. I
Yeah,
think
but
I
you
was-
got to realize that, like, we're all here for that support. Like, you need to speak. You
No,
can't keep it bottled up inside.
What?
Like, you're good at it with me because I'll be frustrated or pissed off because of all the stress I got going on trying to get all this stuff done and sponsors. And you're like, dude, why are you fighting me? We're on the same team here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got to do that too.
Yeah. Well, you know what I really felt like I needed? It was to go racing again. And that's our normal. And once I got back on the road, once we started packing the new toter
Yeah.
and said we were going racing, I felt better about it.
But let Brett in.
You gotta figure out how to do this now. Put him here.
Are we on? Do we see his beautiful face?
Yes, we can see his beautiful
Hey, it's
face.
Brit Lilly.
Now we can't.
No, we can't. What happened? We lost him.
There we go.
He's back.
Yeah.
What's going on, homie?
Yeah, baby.
Can you hear us?
What's up?
Bring his pod up a little bit if you can, Ian. We're going to just get your sounds right, okay, brother? Because you have a beautiful voice. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Beautiful, beautiful voice.
Oh, that sounds good here too.
Oh, there we go. That's good. That's nice. So, what's that, like 16 million in a row after Cocoa Beach?
I don't know about that many, but yeah, I think we got. I think it's four in a row now for Dirty Money. It's been pretty good.
That's awesome. Listen, man, I was so excited for Bo when, I remember back to Michigan City and the way the boat was run there, and I was like, man, that ain't gonna last like that. And obviously, the boat was broken in half, and then he hustled and got it all back together for Key West. And I remember being on the mole, and you guys are going out to race the first race on Wednesday. No, it was actually Friday because we didn't race Wednesday, I think.
Right.
But anyways,
Yeah.
Friday, and he's pacing and smoking, and I look at him and I'm like, man, you need to smile and enjoy this. You've already won. You're here. You know what you've been through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Bo's heart is fully in this. I mean, Tiffany is she's the head boss. You know what I mean? And they put everything they got into this, and it's great to be on a team like that.
yeah. So tell me about that, because you've been doing this as long as all of us. Really, you've been doing it since you were a kid, just like all of us. So what is it like to finally have an opportunity with someone like that not only his heart is fully in it, but obviously has the financial wherewithal to do it the right way, and also smart enough to put the right people in the right place. So what's that like?
It's actually fantastic. You don't get very many opportunities where the owner of the boat isn't in the boat with you. So you have to make sure that they're as happy as the people that are in the boat. But like with Bo and Tiffany, I mean, there's no dollar left on the table. There's nothing. They put everything they have, heart and soul, and family means the most to them. And if you ever take a look at our pit, I think you can tell that there's about 600 people in that thing.
Yeah.
So it's been fantastic. And with the dynamics of the team, we have people from NASCAR, we have people from drag racing, we have people that have been in offshore their whole life. Bill Pyburn brings a big deal into this. He's not just a good throttle man, he's a great team manager. Puts all the right pieces in the right place. And I'm stoked to be on this team, and I think that this skater's finally doing its thing. You know what I mean? And we're winning races, and everybody's having a good time. It's great.
Absolutely. So the only thing I will tell you is, because there's some volatile guys on your team too, because their heart is so in it. Like one of your crew chief guys, I always forget his name and I apologize, but he's an awesome guy. He cracks me up, but he is hardcore.
Bobby?
Yeah, Bobby.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's hardcore.
Yeah, he is.
And I was giving him a hard time when I was at the race this past weekend, because I was like, oh no, we lost Brit. Brit, did you crash? Brit, are you there?
Wi-Fi.
Did you blow over?
I think your Wi-Fi took a shit.
No, it's probably.
No, it's connecting now.
Are we back?
We're back. Hang on.
Hold on, we're back.
Woo! There we go.
Welcome back, sir.
Fucking dropped a valve right in the middle of that interview. Dropped
some
the valve.
Did some Supercat motor
we did
shit.
some inboard bullshit, dog. Like no one's finishing. All right, and we're back. Where were we? Oh, so I had another question for you too about Cocoa Beach specifically. I was really happy to see y'all there because I race Superstock, you know that, and our class's deal on this whole other ruckus that we're not going to get into is that we're just going racing. That's all we care about, just going racing.
That's right.
So was that the dirty money philosophy? We're just going racing?
There's a lot of things in there that I don't want to talk about and can talk about. That whole scenario was super difficult, and say hi, baby.
We got
At the end of the day,
what's going on, girl?
I'm doing an interview, baby. Hold on. So at the end of the day, it's for a national championship. The Dirty Money team has put a lot of time and effort into this. Cocoa Beach, a long time race for me. Love the town. Love all the promoters. Love all the fans there. So it was a thing of not disappointing everybody for us not coming and not letting the dreams go of hopefully a US1 title. We do work with all the ex-insurance guys. I love all of them so much. I'm super thankful for being able to be on that team. And, with what's going on, it's over my pay grade, I guess.
Yeah, but that you said something that resonates with me. Why is it important for you to get a US1? Why is that important for you, Britt?
So it's something that my dad has exceeded. It's something that I wanted to fulfill, and it's a championship that stays in the record books for a long time. There's all these people that I idolized as a kid, and worked my way up and wanted to be, and I drew US1 on every cardboard box that I thought was a boat when I was a couple of years old. So
there you go.
Me too.
So what you're
saying is there's intrinsic value, is what you're saying. What we do,
Yes,
I
sir.
say this all the time to people. What we do, if you put it on a spreadsheet, wouldn't make any sense, right, Brett? There's plenty of better and safer ways to make a living than what we do. So there's an intrinsic value to what we do. You just said your father did it. Same thing for me. You know, I looked up to people that race Formula One. You know, the Bill Seabolds of the world and all that. That's why I went and did that stuff. So I guess that's what hurts. It hurts my heart in this whole thing because I don't want to get into the politics and the people that are involved on both sides. They're all good people, and I appreciate them all. But as a sport, a lot of us race for the intrinsic value and what we grew up doing and all the things that we did. So it's not just a money thing. If it was a money thing, none of us would do it.
Yeah, no doubt. It's for a huge love for the sport, for the fans, and you know, I set goals when I was a little kid. This is what I was going to do. It's the only thing I know. It's the only thing I want to do.
That's right.
Yep. So when's your next race in whatever class? In Supercat, for example.
So Supercat will be in Lake of the Ozarks in the X Insurance Class 1. Will also be Lake of the Ozarks.
Okay, cool.
So, you know, it can't come soon enough. Actually, you guys caught me right now. I'm in Disney World here hanging with the family. So
That's more expensive than boat racing,
take...
Britt. That's more expensive than boat racing,
Yep.
brother.
No doubt. I've only been here for 2 days, and I was already said, I'm like, whoa, man, this is a whole season right here.
That's what I'm saying. You still building your Mod V boats for people? That red one, that what is it, at FMB? That
North
thing
Myrtle
is
Beach.
gorgeous. Man, that
Yeah,
thing's
yeah,
beautiful.
North Myrtle Beach. I'm actually here with Kirk right now in Disney World. Just got his first win under his belt. He's flying a Cocoa Beach checker flag high right on his motorhome across the.
Nice.
We're in,
Awesome.
you know, we're all in the same exact campground, same spots next to each other. So
The teardrop behind the window is ridiculous. It is gorgeous.
yeah, I appreciate it.
So now
Thank you.
you like the red one, but you haven't seen the green one.
Well, I could already tell you I don't like it. I don't like green.
No, the paint,
You know
the,
that.
the Lilly paint job on the green one is
Really?
freaking slick. Yeah, it looks real cool.
Yeah.
All right. So what else is
They
going
all-
on in the Brit Lily racing world? Like, what are you working on race boat wise right now? Because I know you always
Right,
got something.
I'm actually building boat floater a boat right now.
Oh, nice.
And yep, I just got pictures from my boy Al Minen. He he just CNC'd the pleasure deck for us, so that's in final you know, getting completed. I'll be going to pick that up soon.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
you're
What's
yeah,
that?
wait. Tell us about that too. Is that gonna be an inboard boat or an outboard boat?
We're doing outboard boats. I'm keeping up with the times, boys.
Side,
I know.
Welcome to the dark side.
Yep. So, you know, first boat's going to be with a pair of 300s. I had my second orders for a single 400. So I'm offering them right off the bat. Twin threes, single four, single five. And, you know, going to do a, you know, badass interior and,
That's
you know,
cool.
got a full wraparound windshield, sit down boat. I'm super excited. It's been a long time coming of what I've been talking about doing. So thankful for Al, kind of, you know, Gene actually introduced me to Al, and we flew there with Rick on his helicopter when during the Lotto race to go check out the boat when we were up there. Made the connection, and Al's been taking really good care of me. And you know, we designed this whole deck. Chris Dillings helped me with the design. You know, all I had was an idea in my head, and these guys made my dreams come true. So
That's
I couldn't be
awesome.
happier there.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
So that's a 29-foot V bottom, single step,
Exact.
wraparound windshield.
Yep.
How many
That
seats?
don't exist.
You know, my goal
Pretty
is
cool.
for it to pretty much take an MTI, put that cockpit on it. I want to have, you know, all the fit and finish of Randy Sism. His stuff is beautiful. I want to have
does.
a boat that runs like a skater. I want it to be an extreme. You know, I've been a fan of this my whole life. So I love all these performance guys, and you know, I want to take each little piece from them and put it into one boat and have the coolest little outboard sit down boat. You know, they're only 30 feet long, so you know they're still going to be a handful. But I'm projecting this one to go over 100 with a pair of 300s for sure.
Really? You think it'll go that far? That's freaking cool. So you
They
think
go
it's
pretty
going to
close
run
to that
over
with the
100?
single
Really?
stern drive.
Yeah. I mean, man, that's I can't.
About 600 horsepower.
I can't drive a Brit. I already know that,
Yep.
but whatever.
Yeah.
You got to do that.
Sean, you can
gotta let
drive
Sean
anything,
drive
don't
that
lie.
thing.
No,
not a
no,
V-bottom.
not a
Not a
V-bottom, brother. You
V-bottom.
don't understand. We get a V-bottom here. I go, y'all are testing this thing because I ain't running it. I could, like a
Oh
big
my
center
God.
console, I could do it. I make them handle so that I can drive them because I can't drive.
Yeah, they all have sea keepers. So he's
Dog.
like, oh, yeah, I could do this. No problem.
I have as much feel for a V-bottom
Yeah.
as Ian has for a woman. They never touches that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. It's got nothing. So,
Oh,
No, but
man,
that's gonna be
great.
really
That's
cool.
great.
So who's your first? Are you keeping the first one as a demo, doing it the Randy Sism way? That's the correct way to do it, by the way. Or are you?
Yes, I'm going to do the first one for myself.
Nice.
Go ahead and
Nice.
start, pumping it out there, hit some poker runs, man. I haven't, since I've been racing, I haven't poker run in so long. I'm excited. I'm like, man, I don't even know what the poker run world feels like anymore, but, it's got to be a lot less stressful than racing.
And you already got the motor toter.
Man,
and
I
shit.
don't,
Hook that
I
thing
don't
up
know.
and roll.
I don't know, Britt. There's more ego there than even at the boat race, which is saying a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's a good time. Don't get me wrong, but my goodness.
Yep.
Whew. It's bad, right? It's pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
So, well, that's cool though. That's got to be really exciting. Man, congratulations! I didn't even know about that. That's amazing.
Yep, some new things coming up, and my company, Lilly Sport Boats. We've been a Merc Cruiser and Merc Racing dealer for all the stern drive stuff for 40 years now. So, I've been telling people, I said, all my customers that have your fountains and your cigarettes and your skaters with big blocks in them. Now they have a center console with 5 outboards on the back. So,
Yep.
we're moving the company in the right direction. Joined in with just became an OEM dealer now, and doing full service stuff for all the outboards. I got certified technicians, and I think everything's going the right direction.
Man, that's great that you're building it up. That's the way to go. And I got a shameless plug for me. If we can design some hardware for that thing, we'd be
Yeah, don't
thrilled
forget
to
about
be
us.
on
Other
it. Don't
guys.
forget about us.
I buy all my stuff from Torrente, so don't you worry.
All right, cool. Man, you need to. It takes a lot to feed all these kids over here, dog.
Yes,
keep
sir.
them
I
racing.
guarantee it.
So, well, that's cool. Congratulations again on the win, man. You guys are a machine right now. It really is. It's impressive to watch how well everything's come together. So
It's a well-oiled machine now. Super thankful for everybody, and it's just I'm blessed to be. I keep getting on these teams that are so amazing, and I can't be more thankful.
And not just are you executing, but it's also a first class gig. So
Yeah.
it's important that we have those teams that show up and support all of us in a way of our image as well as execution. When fans walk through the race site and they see a team like Dirty Money, they go, "These guys are really doing something."
yeah,
really
dude.
here."
What does it take, Britt? Do I need like an armband or something to get some of that catering, dog? Because you guys were cooking it right near us, and I could smell it. But
Smell it. I can smell it too.
Oh, bro, it's lobster tails,
That's what
steaks
I'm
Oh,
saying,
every
man.
What
night.
the hell?
Our man Cullen is unbelievable. I've never go out to dinner anymore. I eat 3 meals a day right there, and couldn't be happier.
I could tell, Britt. It's a good thing you got big blocks, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's a good
right.
thing you got big blocks. I'm over here in Superstock. I'm 135 pounds, not eating, got the shot in my stomach all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. yeah. That Goodwin power will push my ass around.
Exactly. Well, man, we appreciate it, dog, and we appreciate you taking the time. Enjoy the rest of the time with your family at Disney World. Try to save a little bit of money.
Absolutely. Well, that's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen, right?
That's
Yeah.
with you guys.
Spoil the hell out of him. It goes fast, man. My daughter's a sophomore in college, and we were at Disney World when she was 5. Feels like 5 minutes ago. So enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Great night.
See you. Have a good night.
Talk to you, buddy.
Man, that's a good dude. I'm so happy for his business.
Yeah.
To see all of us, we were all in, myself included, as 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I would never be able to, have a toter home and a race team and all this other stuff. And the same thing for Britt. I've seen him come up where he was struggling boat, boat by boat, and had his Mod V thing put together, but it was a very mom and pop situation. And now he's got a full ride. His business is growing through racing. It's honestly our dream. It's the same thing that we're doing. It's amazing.
Yeah, same. His first world championship, he was 21 years old, just like Ian and I.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about that. But it was cool going through his come up while we're going through our come up as well, and how it, day by day, there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, it's truly, I'm a generation ahead of you, and he's in between because I think
4
he's 35.
generations, asshole.
Ian,
Come on.
relax. I think Britt's around 35, right?
Yeah,
I think
something
he's
like
10
that.
years younger than me, but he's 10 years older than you. So
Yeah,
he's right
somewhere
in
in
between.
right
So
in
it's
between.
cool to see that progression.
Yeah, and he works hard too. He's been there, done. He works hard. He's been there, done that.
Hell yeah.
Said we were going racing. I felt better about everything.
It's old W.
Old W, okay.
Let's go!
There you go. Go ahead.
Old W.
Oh,
What's going
man.
on?
Oh, wait, what's he wearing? Oh, what happened, dog?
There he is.
Oh,
what are you
man,
wearing?
look
You
at
got a
this guy.
Rusty's? Let me see your shirt, dog. You ain't even got a. Rusty's whorehouse. Oh, you got a Graydel shirt on.
All
There
right,
you go.
good,
You
good.
represent.
Got the old Rusty's whorehouse hat on. Come on.
Come on. Come on.
That dog gonna hunt.
Doggone hunt.
That dog sure enough hunts right there.
All right. So listen, Outlaw Performance. It was a big weekend for
Okay.
you in Cocoa Beach. First race of the year. Your first non-chandelier boating event. Congratulations on that. That'll stay with
Appreciate
us. But you are now the maintainer and crew chief, I would say, for the most part, for Graydel, correct?
Yes, sir.
You keep that thing running day to day, right? You do the punch list, you do all the stuff.
Yes, sir.
For Chris, who's an awesome guy, by the way.
Yes, he is.
Oh yeah, he's him and Miss Jen are just amazing in every way you can think of. So
It's cool. And then it was your first race in Superstock with Dale, correct?
yes, sir. That was that one was good. That's for sure for people that want to do it. That's a bucket list class. Like that class is good.
So you say that. Why do you want to be in that class? What's up with that? You tell me. Explain it to me from someone else so they don't have to hear from me all the time.
Just because, like, I've been in Chris's skater and I've drove it, and it's like driving a giant Cadillac. Like you don't feel the boat as much as you do in that Superstock boat. You can feel that boat, every move it makes, everything it doesn't want to do, it'll tell you it don't want to do it. And the competition in that class is amazing. You got you on one side of my deck, seasoned veteran, on this side of the country, and then overseas seasoned veteran, and then you got people like Cole Leibel and them that we're lining up against, and that just all comes together, and it builds just an awesome place to be in. So
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So overall, it was a great weekend. I know Graydel, they got second, right? And then you had just a good run, period. I mean, I know you
Yes,
passed
sir,
me
we
with a
had-
few laps to go, which sucked. I
Yeah.
mean, that's when I was questioning my life. I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what does this come to? I mean,
Hey.
I was like, man, this sucks. This front boat's terrible. I don't have enough weight in it. I'm just gonna cruise around here. Oh my goodness, I'm being passed by Austin. Find me. If I had a gun, I'd shoot myself in the
Hey.
fucking head.
Listen,
I'm sure you had the gun on with him.
I was trying to get Dale to get on the inside of you so I could come by you in the window like that.
Buddy.
Listen, let me tell you something. I might have got past, dog. Okay, I have my most proud thing that I've ever done, by the way, in Formula One, and this better not change this year. I have never, and I say never, in 15 years of racing Formula One and 3 road trips, ever been passed while I've been under power, ever. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And I got passed by fucking Austin goddamn Blocker. In his first Superstock race on lap 6. I was like,
The one and only.
You got to be kidding me. You got to be
I
kidding
seen
me.
a
But now
flicker.
you think
I
if
seen
you
a
thought
flicker
you
of
if
that
you
Matt
thought
Gray, and
you
I was like, we either gonna wear it or win it.
but now if you're dumb enough to think you were gonna go on the inside, we were gonna wad that bitch up because I ain't got no problem with fucking fiberglass.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I
so you better
figured
go
you
around
would.
the outside. The inside is closed all times.
Yeah, you kept the door on me on that one. I ain't gonna lie.
All right. So,
But I tell you what, I got the keys.
yeah, but let me tell you something too. And then you have the audacity. I don't even know if you know that word with your southern ass, but the audacity to fucking drive by me in the pits and go, listen now, y'all owe me 2 alternator bolts because your hood pin broke my alternator. Leaving out completely that the cowling was unlatched and my damn hood pin design saved you a $1,500 cowling.
Listen,
the word,
though.
hang on. The words
No,
that were
more than that.
shared.
What am I saying? A $4,000 cowling.
The words
damn
that were
latch
shared
kit's
was
$1,500.
he might owe you 2 alternator bolts, but apparently Sean believes that you owe him $5,000.
Yeah, for a cowling.
for saving your cowling.
There's a picture of the cowling 3 inches off the top of the thing. My hood pin saved it. It should be gone.
We're gonna add that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she was back there just airing it out. We were trying to cool the engine temps down a little bit, get a little cooler, make more horsepower.
What's it like racing with
That's
Canadian Trump, by the way? I've been meaning to ask you that.
Oh no, Dale, he's great. Like he's cool as shit, and he gets it, and he's basically the Canadian version of me. So he
That's
was-
not good.
That's
he was a little nervous. He was. I mean,
Were
boy,
you a
he
little
was-
nervous?
I wasn't. I don't really get nervous in those aspects. I get really excited, like I'm ready to go. So I got to slow myself down from getting overexcited, ready to get there. That's
Well,
why
now you-
big shout out to Billy Moore. But
Yeah.
he told me right out the gate. He goes, "Don't be a jackass. Don't drive it like I would drive it." He said, go out there and find your rhythm and get it done. Don't wad it up. I said, yes, sir. So, but no, Dale was good. And yeah, fuck, the first 5 minutes coming down when we were idling out, he could not get his seatbelt on to save his life.
Jesus.
I had to
That's not a
unstrap
great
and
start.
help him and then get back on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was just so nervous. He was
You're
ready
so
to
jacked
go.
up.
And
Yeah. I get it.
yeah, and then we got deck to deck with everybody, and then I started watching him to white knuckle the steering wheel, and I was like, all right, let's just back off a little bit, and we'll find our rhythm, and he'll find his line, and then we'll go from there.
Even though you passed me on lap 5 or 6, when they dropped the flag, you were tied to a post because I was gone.
Hey, listen, ease
That
up
dog
now.
will eat.
We had too big of a set of wheels on.
That dog will eat. Because I dropped it and I looked in my rear view and my side view. I was like, damn, Austin looks like he's about 4 miles back. We've only gone a quarter mile.
Now y'all
Objects
were
in
lined
your
up
mirror.
directly next to each other. Right?
Yeah, we were right next to each other.
Yeah, I was in between him.
Did you see me when I pulled out the dock? When I pulled out the dock, did you see me when we were leaving the curtain?
Yeah, I seen you. I did it in the windshield when you came by me.
What I give you, dog? Show it to me. Show
You gave one of the.
I know he gave me. That's right.
No, but in all seriousness, I told him and Dale, I said, hats off to you guys because any asshole can go out there their first race and just fucking crash the thing.
Absolutely.
They learned so much. Just being in the boat together in a race.
And giving you a hard time about the start, but seriously, you did the right thing by getting in a rhythm. That is the correct thing to do.
Getting your driver comfortable is one of the fucking big things.
Absolutely. That's the only way you're going to stay around here for a while. No, seriously. It ain't because I don't care who you are, you ain't going to win every race, right? So the only way you're going to stay around is take care of your drivers and make sure they have trust in you too. You know what I'm saying? So you did the right thing. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
but
I appreciate that.
With that all being said, it was also your first weekend debuting your new business, Outlaw Performance, that you launched, January 1st?
Yeah, it was very, very nerve-wracking coming in the first race. I was just, there's quite a few people that have looked down on it and, aren't excited about the decision that was made, but, that's...
Whoa, what do you mean?
That's
Wait,
their own
hold
fault.
on. You mean people that are there at the race or people that are no longer at the race?
No, there's people that were here, but they're no longer there, so...
Yeah, but that's just the way of the world. You know what I'm saying, Austin?
That's where the cookie bounces.
Yeah, that's the way the cookie bounces, and you can't let that kind of stuff. Don't even let that stuff creep in. I always say all the time, there's always gonna be people like that. So just as long as you do things for the right reasons, because you need to do them, and because you're trying to help out and do the right thing for whoever's paying you, like Chris is now to maintain his stuff, you don't have to worry about that.
Yes, sir.
You ain't gotta worry about that shit.
Yeah, and Chris really, hats off to him for making me reassure myself that we were on the right track and we got the boat squared away. We done quite a bit of stuff to it in the off season to get it ready.
The boat looked great, honestly.
Hey,
all the rigging, all that stuff looked great.
in its own that a Supercat completes a race.
No, for real.
Yeah, I don't think that thing
Yeah,
finished
but not
many
only
races
that-
last year with whoever was taking care of it, right?
100%. But not only that, the truck looked great too.
Oh, the whole thing.
That
was
truck is sick.
Yeah. My old peepaw rig now.
Yeah, but it's weird because whoever made the exhaust for that made the exhaust for CR too. It looked the same.
the big old
Before or
tractor
after,
pipes. huh?
before or after
Hey,
it
I
propped
did-
itself.
They got the tractor pipes.
I did notice that.
You did notice,
Everybody
right?
was talking about.
Did you hear about that?
They
What?
spun out and hydrolocked. I was like, there ain't no way them damn tractor pipes are directly vertical.
Sunday morning, they
They
went out.
spun out testing.
Yeah, Sunday morning they went out and made a lick and spun that bitch out. Hydraulic both
Jesus.
motors.
They spun out going straight.
That's crazy.
Really?
I
So
don't know.
did they not finish or were they third?
They didn't finish.
No, they didn't finish. They
Man, I
they
told
were
you we
losing.
shoulda entered.
They were losing.
You could've-
Ironically, they were losing water pressure.
That's crazy. I made the joke. And people on Supercat go mad. But the class is a little light on boats this year. So I was like, man, we should enter Supercat. We can be on the podium for sure because one of them motherfuckers are gonna break. I can guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's-
if you and Dale would have entered Supercat, you'd been on the podium.
Yeah,
'Cause I
that's
think you
what
could
I
beat
was
that
the
other
most
boat.
nervous about.
I think
know,
you can
didn't
beat
really
that.
give
Well,
a
you can
shit
beat
where
that
we
other boat
placed.
straight up, right? Can't you? I think you can beat that other boat
Do what?
straight up. That other Supercat, that motion. I bet you can beat that bitch straight up.
Oh, Jay's boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Jay. I think I'm gonna get my hands in that boat a little bit and
Oh, cool.
try to help them the program out in that one. And
That's a
he
motion,
wants to do
right?
quite a
Yeah,
bit of
it's a
stuff
40
to it.
motion. It's a copy
Yeah.
of a skater back
Is
in the
it?
day. Yeah,
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
That thing's been around a while.
it's a long time.
Long time.
I think it's older than
Long
you.
time.
Well, what's the exhaust at? It's got like Y pipes or something, right? Because it just screams.
Yeah, so it's got like 3.5 inch or 4 inch out pipes to a giant ass fucking 8-inch
fuck.
exit.
You
Yes.
sound like the goat.
Just like
You know those ghosts that scream?
We need to figure out how to get a camera on him and Nick while we're doing this, because his face while he's screaming.
Who?
You.
The camera's right there, ain't it?
No, but so he could see.
Oh, you can't see
Oh,
it.
he can't see it.
Turn it this way. Turn it this way.
Well, I'm
Watch
just
out
move
for the
that.
Miller Light.
That's a Michelob
Oh,
Ultra,
Michelob.
sir.
Sorry, Michelob Ultra. Ready? You ready? Ready? Look, you got me.
There they
You
are.
ready?
Look
You ready?
at them.
You just scream like that right there.
Then we got
Bobby over there.
Bob Dog.
stick your head in there, Bob.
The old Bob Meister.
Bobble later. All right. What else you got, dog? Anything else that you need to talk about today? You want to plug anything else?
No, we just we're gonna get the boat back in order and get ready for Alabama and see how it goes there. We're looking forward to that. I got some good buddies up there that I know, and it would be good to see them. So,
Oh, Jesus.
What's the next
It
race
should be
Graydel
a
is
race.
doing?
Next? That should be Lotto, right? You guys
yeah,
go
Lake
Lotto,
of
right?
Ozarks is the next race.
And then
for
you'll be Lotto in
Supercat.
Superstock as well, right? You're doing Superstock schedule, correct? We're doing the whole thing with us.
Yes, sir. I'm doing the full schedule.
And what's up with your sponsor? That drink kilo stuff. Is that like drinking cocaine, or is that a drink?
No, so it's actually it's funny because it's made out of the cocaine leaf, but they
What?
get rid of all the cocaine stuff. I guess I don't know.
Are you serious?
Have you tried it?
I've tried it. Yeah, it's
Were you
good.
fucking
I
I
were
mean,
tried
you
it,
whacked
man.
out?
dude.
Yo, I tried it. It's good.
Listen,
It's good.
listen. I tried it, and I'm not bullshitting. I drink Red Bulls every day.
I tried
That's
it.
my go-to. Red Bull.
You're a Red Bull.
But
You can't say
The-
that,
You
man.
can't say that, man. You get
can't say
literally
it says-
paid to not say
Hey,
that.
it says in
Listen,
the
but
worst.
listen,
hold
that's
on,
what
hold
I'm
on, hold
saying.
on. It says in the worst block letter you've ever seen, like 14 feet tall inside of your boat. Drink kilo. You can't say I drink Red Bull.
listen. But I'm telling you, I drink them every day. But that kilo drink, I drank that thing. I thought my damn toes was gonna fall off.
Oh,
My tongue was
What
gone.
are you doing? I'm gonna have to edit this out, dog. You can't do that. It's paying the bills. You gotta
Dude,
say it's
it
great.
had me feeling like I could run a marathon.
You're back to bull riding when you drink that, right?
Dude, I mean, Lord be mercy. It had me wired.
Really?
I couldn't do it. Oh yeah. I don't know. It had me pumped. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, by the way, I saw something on the internet. Is some ex-producer of ours trying to slide in there on Dale and try to get him to pay some money, dog? I see him plugging some stuff
In what?
at the race. The ex-TV producer of ours, is he trying to slide in over there and get Dale to spend some money with him?
Oh, I have no idea. I stayed in the Supercat tent and let Dale handle all the media guys.
Oh, watch out! All the paparazzi.
Paparazzi, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm taking a note out of Nick's dad's book. I'm just gonna not do any interviews.
That's
Really?
That's your,
As you're sitting on a podcast talking with us on TV, it's working great.
You know, right here we're talking with the boys. You know, these my boys.
Just
Yeah,
hanging
the
out.
tens of thousands of viewers are gonna see.
That's correct.
Yeah, well, you know, they're just there in the background.
This
Right
is
now,
the
I
biggest-
don't care about
you
them. I'm
realize-
just sitting here with my boys.
You realize this is the biggest podcast in boating right now, right? We got like 18,000 subscribers now. We're getting like 10. What do we get on the last one? Like 25,000 views or something crazy like
I
that.
have
something
no
like that.
idea.
That's ridiculous.
it goes
Shit.
every day.
I tell you what,
don't
this
have
perm
any
might
fingers.
get you to $1 million.
This perm might get into
It might.
Hey, you know what?
It really might.
Since we have you on, give us. We went to dinner one night and you were talking about some regular bull and like farm knowledge that me and my wife didn't know. Something about like if you put your foot on you hold a bull's hooves up or put your foot on his nether regions and he can't move. What was that all
No.
about?
No, so
Because you
Yeah, I
know you
don't
never
care
know when you
what-
might need this.
I mean, you got bulls right
I
next
don't
to
care what size this cow is or whatever. But
Okay.
if you take his tail and twist it up between his back legs,
Okay.
he can't move.
What do you mean he can't move?
He can't move. You got full control of him. Same thing with like a hog. So if you catch we're gonna get you out there in your mini truck, you're gonna catch a hog with us. But
Don't be
if
messing
you
with my
got
mini
him down
truck.
there on the ground
Okay.
and you come up to him, you put your knee on his neck and you
Oh,
Oh, we're dropping
frozen.
knowledge and he froze. He froze right there.
man.
Am I still good there?
Yeah, you're so good.
Damn, he froze right when he was giving us knowledge about how to fucking
about the nuts.
nuts of a hog.
Gonads.
Oh, I heard him for a second.
We got you now.
Oh, yeah,
you're
we
back.
got you.
You're
Wait,
froze.
wait,
Your
we-
face is froze.
Your face is for you. Look good though.
You do.
It's a good.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I try. But no, so
So wait, we lost you
So,
right
yeah.
at when you put your foot on his nuts, as you said.
Knee
Is that
on
what
his
it is?
neck.
Knee on the neck.
no, you put your knee on his neck and you grab his driver's side front leg, and you can hold him all day.
His driver's side front leg.
You be down there just driving that unit, just holding him all day.
Oh man, you stupid dog. It's just hilarious. Oh my goodness, he's such a damn redneck. All right, are we gonna put? Listen, we gotta make some videos with the mini truck when it comes back after Lotto. Are we're gonna set this up, right? Are we gonna go out on your farm and put? What are we gonna put on the back of it? Like some sort of Gatling gun or something?
Yeah, so we'll put a bunch of my guns in it, and we'll do all kinds of videos with it. We'll night hunt coyotes out of it and all kinds of shit.
Night hunt
Whatever you want to
coyotes.
do.
Yeah, night
You just
vision.
got to
Oh,
be
yeah.
comfortable with guns.
Okay, man.
Sean.
My only, I'm comfortable with a gun. I just don't like killing. Do we have to kill something?
Fuck yeah. Shooting coyotes.
Well, you just close your eyes. Hold
Yeah,
your
but
breath.
I'm gonna feel terrible for the coyote. Like the
breath.
coyote's just out there hanging out, dog. Next thing you know, bam, shot in the head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't hurting
Listen.
nobody.
Yeah, but he was fucking the
Yeah,
cows
but wait,
and all the other
Austin,
shit.
tell us about the
they-
time you got home from work, you got out of your truck, and there's a fucking bear right outside your front door.
Yeah, so for all the people listening that don't know, I live in BFE. So
No, you don't.
I
You
live
don't
out
live in
in the middle of the
BFE.
woods.
Look, we got some old people that watch this, I'm sure. Anybody who's
Yeah.
ever seen the Andy Griffith show, correct? You live on the farm that Andy Griffith built, correct?
yes, I live in the
Actually, yeah.
house that he built back in the 60s.
Correct. That's now your family's farm.
Yep.
And how many acres is it?
So the house sits on 3,200 acres.
3,200.
Yeah.
Like 3,200 acres.
3,200 acres.
Why do we not have an airstrip there? Do you have an airstrip? I'd really like to land there.
There's a airstrip right in front of my house.
Well, that's what I need. Is it grass or is it paved?
It's grass.
But is it well maintained? Is it good?
Yeah, the guy who bought the other section of land that the airstrip's on, he keeps it maintained for his plane.
Oh, nice.
Listen to this. When we go out there, he shows us to a new place of his property every time, and I'm like, man, this corner's pretty cool. He's like, yeah, man, I found it last week.
I ain't never seen it before.
It's his own
Last
property.
week.
Yeah, man, pretty cool. Found it last week.
Okay, so you live on Andy
Yeah.
Griffith. Basically, Andy Griffith built this whole place, and you guys bought. Well, did he own the other side that you said that a guy bought too? Did he own all that?
So he owned all of it. So he owned a total of like, I think it was like 10 or 15,000 acres down here.
That's insane.
And he owned it all at one time. So
That's insane. I mean, you got to realize he was on TV and there was 3 channels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there was 3 channels. So,
seriously, he was on
the
there
man.
a long time ago.
all right. So, anyways, go ahead. You finish your story.
yeah,
You got
the
home
bear.
with the bear.
Yeah, so I'm doing my laundry. So my house is set up where my laundry room's outside my house. So I walk under my patio because they call my house Twin Lakes because I got 2 3-acre ponds on each side of my house, and the river used to run through the house, like underneath it. So they screened it all in or whatever, and my laundry room's down there. So I'm in my laundry room, and I hear my screen door open and close. And I'm like, well, I'm the only son of a bitch that's supposed to be out here right now. So
Yeah, but it could have been your girl, right? I mean, you weren't home alone.
maybe. So I just popped the old door open, peeked my head out, and there's old Yogi the Bear sitting on my patio floor on his ass.
Okay.
So-
Was he eating
Now,
honey?
mind you, I ain't got a gun. I ain't got nothing on me at this
How
point.
could you not have a gun? What kind of redneck are you? You ain't got a gun.
He's probably his
Listen.
underwear.
I was in my boxers
See?
and my damn Nike slides.
So did you grab
One,
bass
I wasn't
blocks?
gonna
Did you grab his
outfoot-
tail?
I come out the door screaming and flowing my hands around. He run clean out the screen door. I run clean in the house.
Did you do
We were
hey
all
bear?
good.
Did you go like this? Hey bear! Like, did you make yourself look big? That's what Ron McGill says you have to do. You go hey bear. But the problem is he says you got to do that to like a brown bear, but not a black bear, or vice versa.
No,
There's
it's-
one you do it to and one you don't do it to.
Brown lay down. If it's
So you-
black, fight back.
See, I don't know any of that.
Or you don't want to do that too, because they're brown bears are very aggressive, but a black bear, they're giant teddy bears most part. But
So you do that to a black bear, but not a brown
we
bear.
did have an accident. We did have an accident with a black bear down here a couple weeks ago.
What do you mean
It was
an
not
accident?
Their
Didn't hear
nature.
about that?
I mean,
That's all
I've had
over
an
the news.
accident with a black bear all the time, but what was your accident? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's
So,
what?
there-
No,
There's-
it was all over the news.
There's this old boy that he lives about 5-10 miles down the road from me on the main drag, and
Main drag.
this bear ripped the front door off his house went inside, killed both his dogs, and drug him into the woods.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And drug him into the
Yeah.
woods?
Yep.
Jesus.
Drug
He
him into the
lived?
woods. They had a full-blown manhunt. FWC come out there. They euthanized 3 bears trying to match the DNA to the dogs, and they still ain't found the old man yet.
Really? So he's gone.
Yeah.
So he's dead. I mean,
Oh yeah,
obviously.
yeah. I mean, he was
was
done
just
when they
snack.
called his ass.
And where was
it.
that? Where, right by your house?
Yeah, about 5-10 miles down the road from my house.
Probably
That's-
drank Kilo.
It's crazy. You mean the bear?
Probably.
Like cocaine bear?
Cocaine bear.
Cocaine bear.
Drink Kilo bear. Kilo bear.
Kilo bear.
Kilo bear.
Yeah,
Oh, man. All right. And anybody who,
we
you know,
got some wild stories.
oh, I can imagine.
He's got a damn hooter outside of his window that's like
He's got what?
an owl.
I thought you went to Columbia for that.
No, the owl's taller than she is, by no doubt.
Really?
Yeah,
The owl's huge.
Oh yeah. I mean, these owls out here can stand flat-footed and fuck a giraffe.
Did you hear him?
He says, "Damn owl can stand flat-footed and fuck a giraffe."
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, hey, Austin, when I go to the next
Yeah.
X-Cat race and the Italians are like, man, they're going to be blown away by you. I'm going to tell you right now because they were blown away by my dad. So I can't even imagine what they're going to say about you when they hear all these sayings. Damn rednecks.
Oh,
It's so American. That's what they're going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, so Austin, so American.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, dog. Well, we appreciate it. We got cut.
Yeah, no problem.
We got to cut
Anytime.
it going, and good luck for the rest of the season. That's the last time you go past my ass. We already gluing shit on a boat because this we can't stand for this. All right. I mean, I was on suicide
coming.
watch for like an hour and a half,
He was fine after that though,
but then I was okay.
until he broke his
I'll
sunglasses.
be coming. Don't worry.
We weren't sure if he was down and out because you passed him or because he came down off his caffeine high.
No, Ian, remember the other day when we were testing and we were struggling with the boat with the motors and stuff, and then my phone went in. I said, "It's over.
It's
so
over.
funny.
It's over. Just wrap it up.
Oh, it's over. It's done. Phone's dead. We're fucked." That's how I felt when you went
That's
by.
it.
I looked in the window and I looked at Matt. I go, man, I can't believe we're in this situation.
I told Dale because when we come down off that red flag and me and you were on the backside and we kind of just busted down like 30 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And you come around that turn and just blew up on that wave and took a flyer. I was like, yeah, he gave up. Because if he did a flyer at 30 mile an hour, I know that bitch was soaring at 90 mile an hour a while ago.
That's what I'm saying, dog. When it's wrong, it's wrong. You know how wrong it's got to be for you to pass me? Really fucking wrong. Okay? That's what it was. It was really fucking wrong. So, no, but congratulations, honestly, and welcome to the class.
Appreciate it.
It's going to be really cool to have you.
Appreciate it.
And good luck with Graydel.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys can get a win. That Dirty Money boat's tough, but you guys got to figure it out.
They got a good program, but I think we got the program this year to try and outrun them. So we're gonna do just that.
Cool. Well,
Good
good
deal.
luck.
Good deal.
And good talking to you, man.
I appreciate it. Good talking to y'all.
See ya.
Man.
Talk to you later.
See you. See you.
One of the coolest things this weekend in our deal was our sponsor group this year. It's really come together amazingly. And our title sponsor is High Tech Deck, which makes an amazing decking product for the marine industry. And I was actually talking with Robert about it and how cool it was that we actually have a title sponsor that is in the marine industry. You know what I mean? We've had
relative.
great sponsors over the last couple of years, but to have one in the marine industry, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So he brought a whole crew of people, as you can see, from people that work for him, clients, franchisors, other industry adjacent people like that I think it's called Apex, the stuff that the PPF for boats. They were here too.
I can't.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name.
Anyways, they were there too because they're interested in getting involved. He catered at his house, and he was just had their own social media guy, Donnie, who was really good.
Oh, that's cool. So you had a little bit.
Yeah, so he had all the
team.
stuff we were doing. He was shooting everything, and just for them to be fully invested and do all the, we did the pictures. Man, that part of it's really neat.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about who is this guy?
So the deal with High Tech Deck is this. I'm going to use the word that we don't use in our pits anymore, but it's C deck, but a whole lot better. That's what it is. They give a lifetime warranty against staining, and they give a lifetime warranty against peeling up. And I've heard this kind of spiel before. He told me about it on the phone when we started talking about sponsorship. And I said, well, I need to see the product and test this out before I put my name on it as well. Like, it isn't, you know what I mean? We appreciate that you're interested, and obviously we appreciate the help with the budget, but I want to make sure the product's good. So he came over here, or excuse me, he sent his son over here to scan the boat, and with a piece of their product, and I took used gear oil out of our bin from the race boat, poured it on there, put it in the sun for 20 minutes, and then came back with a damn towel that had nothing on it, just a white towel, and it wiped off like it wasn't even there.
And then this is when I remember you brought that sample piece over, and we had at it for
you guys
tried to
annihilate
went to
it.
absolute
we were doing
zero,
nothing.
and we tortured the living shit out of
I mean,
this
you
stuff.
guys put black caulk on it. You guys put
Never sneeze.
never sneeze. You put grease. Did anything stick to it?
Not a
No, the
bit.
black caulk stuck to it a little bit, but like it's black caulk, like it sticks to everything.
No, it just dried on top of it, but you could.
But it didn't go in it.
No, didn't go in it.
So it's truly an amazing product. Like it is
really
closed cell. And the reason we know that too is because we don't install the other stuff. But what we do know is that when we get a boat in to do a repower or work, what's the first thing I make you guys do?
I'll cover all the sea deck.
Cover it all
the
up.
sea deck.
Why? Because if
Blank.
not, we're buying sea deck at the end of the thing. We have to buy pieces because it's stained.
But what was amazing was this light gray sample with this blue bottom underneath, and you can just hammer this stuff with literally whatever kind of dirt, grime, oil, grease. Take a regular, plain, dry rag, and you wipe it off, and it comes right back to that teal, bright. Like all the color was there, texture was perfect. Long story short, it's like, why wouldn't you have something like this on your boat where you can actually just hammer it and not worry about it?
Exactly.
You're not replacing it.
Yeah, you're not
just
worried
cleaning
about it. And like we've all owned, really nice boats. Oh, I've owned several MTIs with, and my wife is an absolute. She loves her boats because they're really built by her. You know that she designs all of them. She does, and she loves those boats. And she was crazy about the sea deck because it would stain so easy. So she'd make sure no one was on it. No whatchamacallit, suntan lotion or sunblock.
Because weared sea deck would make your boat look aged like that.
Exactly. So I'm super excited that we're partnered with them. They have a truly innovative product. It's really cool. And then we also at the street party got to hand out some of the best and coolest. I mean, how often do you get to come to a street party and have buffalo jerky, right? We got to hand out buffalo jerky.
That is some of the best shit I have ever put in my mouth. And I put a lot of shit down that thing.
Listen, man, I'm not saying you're gay, but you hold it in your mouth till the swelling goes down.
Dude, I don't eat hot
Okay.
dogs the fucking long ways.
The long ways.
So,
I eat
but
them
here's the
like
deal.
a sandwich.
I have a bone to pick with you on the Woody's deal. So Woody's out of Texas, Tiffany and Jason Ewell, they make amazing stuff. It's trail mixes and, like I said, buffalo jerky, all
Elk
kinds of great
jerky.
stuff. Elk jerky, all kinds of stuff. And we have a deal with them this year. They provide us handouts for every race. And then there's a QR code that we want people to scan so they can go check it out. We could have got a lot more QR code scans if you didn't eat most of what we had for Give Us before we got there.
That wasn't me.
What do you mean that wasn't you?
No, the best was when he's eating one. You catch him eating, and there's Matt. Oh, it's not me. It's him.
Yeah.
But
No, I had none at the street
We didn't
parade.
get enough QR scans this week. I was very disappointed in the QR scans because I talked to Jason yesterday. So we need to push QR scans next time because they need to go check it out. And
I like how
buy
you
stuff.
talk to us like we were there.
It's your fault. You guys ate most of the
He
product
said
before we
the
got
small
there.
box was for us.
You guys went through a good 400 pieces of friggin' buffalo jerky
Well,
while we loaded the
It's that
toter
fucking good. I'm sorry, I don't know what the fuck you want me
My
to tell you.
jaw was about to fall off.
So,
Shit's so good.
anyways,
So good.
Shit's so
it
good.
is so good. So it's an amazing
No,
product.
so Woody's is a giant gas station. Where?
No, it's for people that don't know. It was Buc-ee's before Buc-ee's.
Exactly. But
They
where
just
are
didn't
they
scale.
at?
They're between Houston and Dallas. Okay, but the problem is I've never had anything from there. The trail mixes I love, and let me tell you something. I'm kind of a trail mix junkie, and I'm a little bougie. Like so, I go to like what's that? The Whole Foods, and I spend like $4,000 on trail mix. And
You
it's
need a cosigner.
yeah, I need a cosigner to leave.
Yeah.
And it's on a 30-year
Finance-
note.
finance
and
a couch.
Yeah, exactly. I finance a couch like our producer. And so
No, but the thing
it's
is,
gr-
Woody's
it's good,
makes everything
but
themselves.
then Woody's he gives us trail mix when we went on the owner's run, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Oh, that
like
shit
it
was
is
so
so
freaking
good.
The one with little tangerines in it.
Man, it was so good.
Told you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I told you.
But so they make everything themselves in house.
So not only that, they have their own they have their own like ranch where they raise their own cattle,
Yeah.
and buffalo, and then they have their own smokehouse. It's ridiculous. So they're one of our partners this year, one of our associate partners, and then our last really major one is Accurate Pavers, who is Gil and his family, and they have an amazing business. They basically all of South Florida, from Orlando down. If you're having pavers installed or stuff done, like, and I'm talking big projects, like they're doing most of the keys right now. They have a patented spacer for all the pavers. So not only does they're like kind of like STR. Not only do they make products, but they have patents on things that make the products.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's amazing.
They do all kinds of outdoor tile and they do a lot of finish work. And
Correct. And then they're also GC. They build spec houses. They do all kinds of stuff. So they're part of it. And then, of course, we have Marine Trading Post back with us, who's our local supplier for all kinds of stuff for a boat. Like anything small you need for a boat, or big, really, but for that matter. But if you're building something, down to resins and foam and rollers and
battery switches and hardware.
Hardware,
and life jackets and soap.
And we're really appreciative of them because they've been with us for 5 years now.
Yeah.
And they're obviously, we support their business, but they support our racing, and we really appreciate that. We try to send as many people as we can to them. Christine Kellerman owns that, and
yeah, man, they're just such
Omar
cool
that used
people.
to
You
be
need
with
something.
us.
If they ain't got it that day, they will have it by opening tomorrow.
And they're truly Southwest Florida, where we're from. So Fort Myers area, they're in Fort Myers, they're in Punta Gorda, they're in Naples. So they're our local chain. So we like to support that local business, because at the end of the day, we're a local business too. We're not a chain. So with all their support, it's going to be a great year. And the boat overall really did a good job for the first race. We're fixing a few issues, and I think we're going to have a really good package when it's done. And I'm super excited for the rest of the season. So appreciate y'all joining us for this episode. It was we had some good guests. It's going to be good.
Yeah,
we're going to try to do these race wrap-ups after every race to try to get the winners on. I tried to get Gary on tonight, but he was out with a girl. Go figure. He's a pimp that's 78 million years old. He's still, you know what I'm saying? But they kicked our ass this weekend. They did a great job, him and Cole. So congratulations to them in Superstock.
Yeah, it was a flawless performance.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all the people that went. Really, thanks to Cocoa Beach for all they did. And we'll see you on the next episode of Changing Lanes. It's good to be back.
It is good to be back.